Okay, so why am I telling chat this? Because I'm going to clip this part of the VOD, and it might become very valuable recorded footage for me in the future. Also because I wanted to also now record some extra stuff. Let me, chat, give me a second to like record some stuff right now. Okay, so this is the past me of the present, and I am speaking to future me of the present, and I want to ask you a question, maybe a few questions, but at least the one important question. Did you do it? Or did you let chat down? Or did you let yourself down? You know what? If I successfully pull it off, I'll post the VOD. The VOD gets posted if I successfully pull it off. If chat sees my YouTube and sees I uploaded this VOD to YouTube, then you know I did it. You know I did it. Okay? Hello, welcome. Is it better now? Type 1 if it's better. Type 2 if it's still bad. Hello. Times 2. Hi again. Type 1 if the audio is fixed. Type 2 if it's still bad. 2? It's still bad? Hi, Sai. Wait. The internet's not good or something? My internet says it has a good connection. It might just be you. Wait. I want to know about anybody else. For anybody who's here, the internet's fine? So 1, that the internet is fine? What happened with the sound? For some reason, the sound was like delayed. So it might just be some of you because my internet says it's fine. Okay. It says 1 for some people. So it must be fine then. Sorry if it's not fine on your end though. Sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. Anyway, so it's gonna be a chatting and eating stream. Munch with the bunch. Your Wi-Fi is good. TikTok just hates me. I guess I'll go on my other account real quick. BRB. BRB. The food is just freshly made. You can literally see the steam coming off of the food itself. Do you see that? Do you see the steam porridge? Yeah, it's jiaoba. Jiaoba. You should share with us, for real. Yeah. Wait, let me make the, like, you know. Yum, 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 yum. I'm having trouble reading music. Do you think you can post a tutorial? No, I don't. Wait, 1, I don't make videos on TikTok anymore, and 2, I don't know anything about sheet music or reading music. I literally only just play Project Sekai. That's it. I know nothing about music. Playing Project Sekai is not a reflection on being a good musician whatsoever. It just means I have reaction time. That's it. Pattern recognition. I prefer glitter glue. No, you don't. I am someone who kind of informally talks while eating, so you're gonna have to get used to that. I play the violin for 2 years now. Guys, who wants to eat glitter glue with me? Oh, I didn't miss this part of chat. I didn't miss the part of chat where you all you probably do eat glue. I don't even think you're pretending anymore at this point. I'm in the drive-thru at Burger King. Can I please get a Whopper Jr. with onion rings? Yeah, one Whopper Jr. and a side of onion rings, please. Thank you. Here you go. I'm the drive-thru window. Kidding. I got some on my chinny chin chin. I made you rap? Did I rap? Did I rap? What did I say? Okay. I already fish-brained so hard, I have already forgotten the past 5 minutes of conversation. I have no idea what I just said 5 minutes, like, anything within the past 5 minutes ago, I've forgotten completely. If you eat glow in dark glue, would you glow in the dark? I don't think so, no. Because light is not inside your tummy. You're gonna restart your phone? Okay. See you when you get back. Hot. Hot. Do not eat glow-in-the-dark nail polish. Don't eat nail polish in general. Crusty nuts, hey. These nuts, you're stunning. You hear that, chat? Star Lover thinks I'm stunning. On the top of the shelf towards the left from our viewer, is that Miku? This one is Miku, and this one is Unmei, and this one's Megumi Fushiguro. These are some Nijisanji acrylics, and then this is more acrylics over there. Your nails are slay. Thank you. I did it myself yesterday. I'm not even joking about it. See? I did it myself. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Chat says I look nice. I live, laugh, love Megumi. Hey, how we doing? What you eating? I am eating porridge. Or in my language, I would call it Dao Ba Dao San. It means beef porridge with the mung bean. I'm literally married to Megumi. Wow. I missed the first stream because I was sleeping. Yeah, it was just Project Sekai stuff. Now we're in the talking munch with the bunch stream. You're Lao. I'm Viet. I'm người Việt Nam. Favorite Project Sekai character? I would put down Kanade and Toya. Slay, munch with the bunch. I got some on my chinny chin chin. But chat probably likes it when I go like. Oh, that's funny. Minori, Shiho is my girl. Okay, so I do have to get around to talking about how I have my big announcement. My friend called this kid in my class a munch, and then he started crying. Oh no. Brown hair duo, iconic. Okay. Oh wait. Takara Adachi is not back yet. I feel like I threw Arizona bottle at some guy's head, but they won't give me any 4-star Minori cards. I only have one in 5th grade. Okay, so Takara Shari and / Takara Dachi is not back yet, so I wanted to make this announcement while they were here. One person in my class said, okay, I feel like let's calm down with the conversation for a hot second. Let's just dial it down. Chat, dial it down just a little bit. I feel like I don't want to censor people talking about that. It's just that it's I'm not sure if it's borderlining like trauma dumping. Not totally sure because I feel like that's a very personal topic that you're just bringing into the live. Okay, I'm. Are you new here? Because when it comes to between me and chat, when there's like maybe sensitive topics that like. Ooh, I'm not sure if OMG, your hair is so nice. Now I'm just like, ooh, I'm not sure if like I want to engage in this conversation. I hold nothing against the trans community. As someone who is non-binary, I hold nothing against the LGBTQ community. But when it comes to like loaded stories that might, yeah, okay. I figured you were new, so I'm not mad at anyone. Not mad at anyone. I just wanna. When it comes to like in general, live rules are typically like saying what are the rules. Okay, so let's start off with one. Hi, my name is Cygnus Sonolumen, and I am a streamer on TikTok who likes to play Project Sekai. And we are the charters, and we go to Cygnus Sonolumen's charter school. That's what we like to call ourselves, like the fan name. And Pookie the Seal is our school mascot. And we have classroom agreements, aka my rules. So the rules are, there's quite a few, and it's going to take a little bit of a while to go through all of my rules, but I think it's important that people know what the rules are because there's a lot of people who are new. My rule on, I guess, bringing up your own stories is that you should probably ask first before inviting yourself. It's not the word inviting. It's sort of like, what's the word? It's like, I don't know what the word is. Shoot. Corey X Kenshin fan, hi, welcome back. Inserting. Yeah, not inviting. You're like self-inserting yourself into like talking about it without letting someone be comfortable. Or it's like, yeah, it's something about like, yeah, people need to have like boundaries between viewer, streamer, and when it comes to like chat, I want to have control of what chat talks about. So when it comes to bringing up unrelated topics that we are talking about currently in the live, like I would refrain from topics, especially if it's like personal life stuff that like I am not your friends. Like you can be friends with each other, and I like act very closely with my chat, but like when it comes down to it, when it comes to more sensitive topics, or like very personal life subjects, I would prefer to not talk about that. Like if I bring it up, it's fine, and then I ask chat like, oh, you want to talk about it? But if it's just like throwing stories at me, I don't appreciate it. But now that everyone knows the rules, or at least that's one of the rules, yes, they are boundaries. Exactly. It's just a boundary thing about what can you say in chat, and there are boundaries that we set about. So, for example, I don't like it when people bring just unrelated topics into chat. Things like maybe their own favorite fandoms that I know nothing about. So people are all like they just immediately started talking about like, oh hey, have you seen the newest episode of Boku no Hero? I was all like, we weren't talking about Boku no Hero. Maybe if I was talking about it, then like, you know, that's the kind of conversation we're having. I understand. I'll respect your rules. Thank you. Boundaries are so important. I don't want to have your life stuff dumped onto me because we're not that close of friends. I know it looks like you're like sitting in my room, we're eating, but I want people to be comfortable with me. But yeah, you understand. Okay, good. I'm glad people understand. So normally how I explain the rules is that I call it, I have 3 rules in chat. Don't talk about Genshin, K-pop, or mention the word sorry. That's like one of the quick things that I say to tell chat about, like, if someone brings up Genshin, I'm all like, okay, one of the 3 rules is that we can't talk about Genshin. It's because it's the idea of very popular fandoms will just start talking about their favorite popular fandoms, and for me, Genshin and K-pop are explicitly 2 things I very much know nothing about. So I don't appreciate it when chat just starts talking about those 2 things. I know it's a very popular fandom between a lot of people who are in my chat, but I myself specifically do not engage in those 2 fandoms. I know it's not that I hate them, it's that I know nothing about them, and I don't like feeling left out of the conversation in my own chat, okay? Anyway, thanks for talking about this. I wasn't aware of these either. Yeah, okay, so that's just like a general most live streams are pretty much, you will see that in the chat rules. It's very hard for me to write out chat rules, but I do have a YouTube video out. I actually put out some YouTube videos, actually. And I will try to reconfigure some YouTube stuff so that my chat rules are available to see. So I can give you a brief overview of... Oh, Tucker Dachi, welcome back. I can give you a brief overview of the rules in chat, but I will write them down somewhere so people can refer to them somewhere. Because TikTok is very limited as a platform to be able to communicate things like my comprehensive list of classroom agreements. Yeah. But I do have a really good outline on one of my YouTube videos. If you go through the description, I wrote out the quote-unquote CSCS, Cygnus Sonolumen's charter school classroom agreements about, like, pretty much chat rules. Yes, I do have an announcement thing, and Tucker Chatty, you are back. So, I am going to make the announcement. Oh god, let me eat my last bite. I wanted at least one fan of Niji Sanji in my chat to begin talking about this announcement, okay? And I'm very glad you're here today because you know how much I like Zotto. And I know you haven't been here in a while, so this is the first time you're listening to this. I'll put this down. So the announcement is, Iluna was invited to attend Weebcon. Weebcon is going to be held on the 7th to 9th at, like, I think it's called the Gaylord Hotel in Dallas, Texas, where Iluna will be having, like, 2 different panels, a girls panel and a boys panel. And you can also buy tickets for a meet and greet with Niji Sanji Iluna's 6th wave. And guess what? I booked a ticket to Dallas. I'm going to be staying with some of my cousins, and I'm going to be going to that convention in cosplay as the female version of Zotto. And I have also purchased a meet and greet ticket to, like, talk to him for, like, a sliver period of time. So that's one of the announcements. And then a lot of people ask me, like, oh my god, you're gonna have a meet and greet with Ren? Like, what are you gonna talk about? I will explain that part right now. Oh, I wanted to go to the Noctix one, but I'm broke. I hope you have fun. Happy for you. Yeah, thank you for being happy for me. So every time I start talking about this, like, my heart gets a little nervous. So I'm trying to get all these words out of my system without, like, breaking down, because it's like, it's a lot to handle for me emotionally as someone who's, like, as a Renvader who's, like, really passionate about being connected to the Renvaders community, and I care a lot about my favorite streamer, Zotto, aka Kamiyoshi. I need a little bit of water. And I'm so nervous because, one, I want the cosplay to look good. I'm gonna be seeing him. And, like, 2, I'm gonna be traveling. I'm nervous about traveling. I've never been to an out-of-state convention, so that makes me nervous. Because I'm not familiar with the layout of the convention hotel. So I really hope I can get around the convention just fine and going to the panels I want to go to, and specifically not miss... I burped a little. If you heard it, I burped a little. There's, like, I don't want to miss any of the Niji Sanji panels, and I especially don't want to accidentally meet my freaking meet and greet ticket to go see Ren. I'm cracking my fingers. Oh, this is not to intimidate anybody. I just like cracking my fingers. I'm not being all like, hey, Zotto. I low-key at times when I'm a little aggravated at him, I kind of low-key wanna... I'm kidding. I was not kidding. Narrator, they were not kidding. I'm kidding. I would never hurt my favorite streamer. What convention and where? Weebcon in Dallas, Texas. I'm not from Dallas, Texas, so I will be flying there, and it's gonna make me nervous because I'm gonna fly alone. I hate flying alone. I really I like having a travel companion. I can talk to someone on the plane, or like we can take turns, like doing stuff. I'm sure it'll all go well. It's normal to feel nervous about that. Yeah, no, it's just that I thought I had a handle on it, and I do have a handle on it. It's that every day closer to the convention is another day closer to the convention. Uh, and the thing is, live stream on Airplane Real? No, I don't even have like the internet stuff. I don't. No. Uh, but the thing is, I pack tonight. I still need to finish packing, but I fly tomorrow. And I'm going to stay in Texas for a little bit, for 1 week, from Wednesday to Wednesday. From I think that's like the 5th to the 12th, something like that. The Wednesday to the Wednesday. And that's why I'm going to be gone from streaming for a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to fly tomorrow. So I'm going to put a pause on streaming for a little bit because I need to focus all of my attention on getting my ass to Texas and making sure I don't fuck up at the meet and greet, because I have a very why would I spend so much freaking money to get my ass to Texas to frick, I read chat and it like distracted me. Why would I spend so money? I This is how nervous I am. I'm choking over my own words. Why would I spend so much money just to meet the meet and greet? Like, yes, I'm passionate about Ren Zotto, but why that passionate about Ren Zotto? It's because the thing that I really want to tell him is just very important to me. See, I have a nice convention. Oh, if you gotta go, bye. Thank you for stopping by. I phoned alone once and there was a kid that would not stop talking to me, and I didn't even know him. I understand people need time off screen sometimes. It's not even just time off screen. It's literally because I only want to hyper focus on making sure I do not fuck up at the meet and greet. It's literally that, because I have something very freaking important to tell Ren Zotto. I know he's like on a screen, but there's something really freaking important I need to tell him. Sorry, I'm losing my marbles. This is what happens when you get me to like start talking about Ren Zotto. It makes me freak out. I'm talking about the con. I'm so sad I'm not gonna go, but you'll do amazing. I know it. You'll do it properly. Yes, thank you, chat. Thank you, chat, for telling me I'll do it properly. I do trust you. And the thing is, like, now that I've told you about what I'm gonna do, I said this in the last stream about what I was gonna tell him, and I'm about to tell you that now, is, I promised chat that I was not gonna chicken out of doing it. If it's taking me some time to get through my words, it's because I'm freaking out. Like, if I start crying, I'm that emotional. I am actually that emotional about this. And the thing is, chat... Okay, let's explain last stream. Chat told me something very important. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna cry. Wait. I'm actually crying. Yeah. It's like... Chat told me something really amazing last stream. These are like happy tears, not sad tears. Chat told me something like I appreciated a lot, and that you said that that you care about me as like your favorite streamer, and that I'm someone you think is very confident, and that I make you feel confident in being yourself. And that has honestly been one of the nicest things that anyone's ever told me. Okay. Yeah, and like that means when I have this thing that's very important for me to tell him, like, and I need to have the courage to be able to, like, the confidence and the courage to tell him what I'm gonna tell him. Like, I've promised chat that when I get back from the con, the next stream, I'm gonna tell you whether or not I did it, and I do not want to let down chat. and say that I like chickened out about what I was gonna tell him. And so, can't believe I'm freaking crying over this. Um, and I'm gonna tell you what is the important thing that I want to tell him. Oh my god. No, I'm actually crying. I'm actually crying. I'm starting to tear up too. Yeah, I'm honestly so grateful for chat because you tell me the most amazing nice things about me that make me want to keep being a streamer. And honestly, if I cannot uphold my promise to chat to tell you that I did successfully tell him the thing that's so important at the meet and greet. Like, I told myself I do not deserve to be a streamer anymore at that point if I chicken out because chat sees me as someone who is so confident that I will be able to do this. I'm starting to cry too. Yeah, I know. I know. Same. Yeah. So before I go straight into the very important thing I'll say, I hope chat can sit with me for me explaining the context of the story. Wait, I'm gonna go get water real quick. Okay, because some people are crying, me especially too, everyone get a glass of water. Because if you cry, you are dehydrated, you're gonna get a headache if you do not replenish the fluids in your system. Please go get a glass of water. You're not gonna feel so good if you're gonna cry with me. Everyone get water. Everyone get water right now because I think get a box of tissues or something. I wish I had tissues. I have napkins, but uh, go get water if you're maybe gonna cry with me. Cygnus, I'm gonna go back and read all the comments. I was so focused on talking that I didn't read any of the comments. So while I'll read them. Everyone go get water. Okay, I'm sure it'll all go well. It's normal to feel nervous about that. I'm here. Live stream on airplane real. Tomorrow? Yeah, I fly tomorrow. I mean, I love yours too, baby girl. Not sure who you were talking about. I've flown alone once, and there was a kid that would not stop talking to me, and I didn't even know him. See ya. Have a nice convention. I understand. People need time off screen sometimes. Have a nice night, other people. Oh, talking about the con. I'm so sad I'm not gonna go, but you'll do amazing. I know it. You'll do it properly. Give him a little kissy kiss from me. Joking. Take your time. I'll literally, if I have any extra time, I'll be all like, oh yeah, one of my members of chat wanted to kiss you. It's okay. You can let some of it out. My stuff died. Everything's gonna be okay. It's okay to let it out. Let it out, Cygnus. It's okay. If you cry, I'm crying too. Aw, that's so wholesome. You deserve everything. I'm starting to tear up too, OMG. Aw, Cygnus. I'm starting to cry too. OMG, same. Okay, getting water. Cygnus, I love you so much. It's okay. We all believe in you, and you will never let us down. Exactly. I can't let chat down. Like, this moment... God, I'm so freaking emo right now. But, like, this moment is actually so important to me in like, a very substantial way about what I need to say to him. But yeah, like, ever since becoming a streamer, and now that I have an audience who, like, sees me as, like, a really good person, and I have honestly grown so much as a person, like, trying to follow through, like, seeing Zotto be successful, and, like, that's encouraged me a lot to be a streamer, and now I have an audience I've built who make me feel so confident in being me too. Because, like, chat really reflects back on me, and so I've taught you all to be very honest and genuine. So when you all reply back to me about very honest and genuine things, it means a lot to me. But yeah, this moment is so important to me. I didn't know I was gonna cry this much. But this moment is so important to me because not only do I get to tell him, not only do I get to tell myself, and not only do I get to tell you, I followed through with it. I had a plan, a 4-month plan to get him with a D's nuts. That's actually true, by the way. I was going to sell him a D's nuts. I've been setting. Let me cook. Wait. Oh shoot, it's in the other room. Oh wait, I have the chibi. Okay. Let me cook. I've been cooking a D's nuts for the past 4 months, by the way, chat. I was going to out troll the online internet troll because he freaking scorned me. And I can't do anything mean to him, but I can get him back with a D's nuts as a form of revenge for what he freaking did to me 4 months ago. That fucking bitch. Okay? He messed with the wrong freaking person. And I told chat I was gonna defend my boundaries and stand up for myself. And even though he's a really big streamer, he did something really bad. And he apologized for it. And I know he apologized for it. But I wanted revenge. Are you okay? What's wrong? I literally went, OMG, the voice changed. Knowing you're gonna be in Texas will, you will feel my presence. You will know I'm there watching you achieve it. That's so nice. My charters will be there with me. The chat in my heart. I need to remind people of that sometimes. That my charters are honestly so special to me. Dude, I was all like, what if this is a joke? No, it is, it's both serious and a joke. That's the secret. I have a really good reason for why I want revenge against my favorite streamer. Well, like, I love that I hate this guy so much. I hate that I love this guy so much. That is who Ren Zotto is to me. I mean, I already live here, so I'm here. You will feel my soul around you. Thank you. God, okay, let me just grab a napkin. Yeah, I know it's not a tissue, but at least it's a napkin. I should stop using my sleeve. Okay, so why am I telling chat this? Because I'm going to clip this part of the VOD, and it might become very valuable recorded footage for me in the future. Also because I wanted to also now record some extra stuff. Let me, chat, give me a second to, like, record some stuff right now. Okay, so this is the past me of the present, and I am speaking to future me of the present, and I want to ask you a question, maybe a few questions, but at least the one important question. Did you do it? Or did you let chat down? Or did you let yourself down? Or did you even let Ren Zotto down, I guess, because I told him it was like a big joke, and I hope this doesn't come off as like really weird, but basically I've been doing more context. I'm a blobbering mess right now, so I'm just gonna get all the words out of my system. I've been doing really weird shit on Twitter, I know that, but I've also done some cool shit on Twitter, and I know that, and other people have also noticed that, and so if any of my behavior, controversial behavior on Twitter has been, like, controversial, it's all a joke, and I'm not saying, oh, I can get away with it by saying it's a joke, but there's a good reason why I set everything up the way that it is to seem creepy at first, and then to seem, like, really caring later, and just to troll Ren with a D's nuts that I've been cooking. I literally keep leaving, like, these weird-ass subtweets and replies under his a lot of his tweets. They're kind of hard to find, but I pretty much have been doing just weird, creepy shit on Twitter, and I'm assuming that he doesn't hate me because he hasn't gotten me, like, banned or asked me to stop harassing him, because maybe he's so much of an internet troll that he actually trusts me. to like when I say that, hey, Ren, at some point I think I'm gonna be able to get a meet and greet with you and be able to tell you the end of the story. So now I should wind back some more context. What's the whole story? Because there's a lot of people on here on this live that don't know Zotto, and even if you know Zotto, a lot of them might not know the context of what happened in December and backtrack that even back to October, end of September, early October, pretty much just say October, December, and to now. I'm gonna scrolling through your tweets right now. No, not right now. Don't do it right now. Don't do it right now. Hi again. Hi. I don't use Twitter, so I'm gonna pretend like I understand what's going on. Hi everyone. Okay, so happy face. Hi, happy face. So I have been leaving tweets where he might see them, and he might think of them as like harmless, but pretty much I'm just like creating a weird long running series of jokes from like the past 4 months, as for me as a mode of revenge, because I'm gonna troll him with the D's nuts, but I'm trying to get him to trust me, that like I'm luring him into a false sense of security that he can trust me because I have this really great joke that I'm going to tell him. I tried to maybe set up this anticipation for what is the big ending to this my weird ass revenge story, and to him it's just maybe a story or a joke, and to me it's my revenge plot for what freaking happened 4 months ago. I remember the context. Still can't believe I thought it was a dream. No, oh yeah, you were in the last stream. Yeah, no, this is real. This is real. This is real. This seems like such a weird, maybe truth is stranger than fiction moment that I as Cygnus Sonolumen exist to tell this story about what happened to Bioluminescence. Okay, this is where the story starts. Let me double check that I've like seen everyone's comments before I start going into this. Okay. I don't know if this story is going to come out fluidly, but I will try my best because, again, I'm emotional. And I think I'm going to cry. So have your water and your tissues, I think. Fuck. I'm crying. Freaking hell. Okay, so let's go rewind back to October of last year. And there was an artist named Bioluminescence who really liked their favorite streamer, and they made some assets. Well, they, for one thing, cared a lot that Ren is like this really nice musician and he's a really nice guy, and you want to support his career as a fan. So Bioluminescence, with their talent as an artist, drew some really nice assets for his musical performances. Both his very first karaoke, they did the stage and the mic. You gotta go. Bye. Wishing you luck. Thank you. They made some really cool assets. They made the karaoke stage, and they made the karaoke mic, and for his bass guitar stream, they even did a bass guitar asset with his hand like playing the guitar, and it was really difficult to make. But they were really happy to make it for them, and they're really glad that they did challenge themselves to push themselves to make really cool drawings that, honestly, without a design college education, wow, when I start talking about school I'm totally like flat face, because of like the design education I've received, I was able to make really cool constructed drawings, very formalized, very nice assets. I would say, in my opinion, really freaking good for someone who's never made assets before, other than stuff for school, right? So school has taught me how to do that kind of stuff, like graphic design and illustration, and I would say that I was a fairly successful design student. I did really well at my school. And so I would say I know a fair amount of design. I will say that. I know deep down in my heart, like I know that I'm a streamer now, but deep down in my heart, I've really been like a designer through and through. Through and through, I identify as like I'm a designer first and foremost before I'm a streamer. I'm a person, then a designer, and then a streamer. I like your videos. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna continue on with the story. Hi. Oh my God, you caught. Hi. You're catching me in the middle of me crying because I'm telling a really tragic story. Or I'm gonna tell as much as the story as I can. You okay? No, I'm okay, but I want this to be on record, like the story that I'm telling you. I wish I could stay longer. I wish you luck, Cygnus. I love you, and everything will be okay. Thank you. So that artist, pushed themselves really hard to make those assets, and posted them in the hashtag and stuff like that. And he saw them. He was happy to use them. And on the day of his karaoke stream, he didn't credit Bioluminescence, and legally he doesn't have to. We know that, but it wasn't nice. I know he was just being stupid and forgetful and really busy, and especially because it's his karaoke stream and it's very early in his streamer career. He's nervous and he's busy. And why did I see it coming? Yeah. And for Bioluminescence to work really hard, they felt really, really sad. I never really wanted to talk about this to this extent, and especially with my face and on camera. They were really upset, and they held on to being upset for a long time. And so they kind of forgave him the first time because they were all disrespecting their boundaries and gaslighting themselves into it's okay, he'll credit you next time, or oh, he's just busy, it's fine. Yeah, that's so sad. I don't blame you at all. Yeah, no, it's very sad. And so I think it was around October 2nd, maybe something like that. That was the day of his karaoke stream. They were upset, and then they kind of got over it. Not really, but they were all like, oh, well, we still like Zotto. We're going to keep drawing for him. I know this it starts, the story starts downhill real fast, and then there's a incredibly difficult uphill climb. So, they still drew for him, and they proceeded to make the bass guitar asset, which is their very first time drawing an instrument, by the way, and I think they did a fan-fucking-tastic job. Really sucks that when you see that much amount of work get wasted because the asset is no longer being used because of how controversial the story gets, that I feel as though Zotto has pretty much thrown away anything that artist has ever given him, because he no longer uses those assets, and he is free to not use those assets. I understand, but it was like, after everything that happened, it really, really sucked that that's how everything, all of the details, how it all of the outcomes, that's how it shook out, that now it's just no longer comfortable to use those drawings. And so guess what? When they Bioluminescence also drew the bass guitar, and he used it for the first time, guess what happened again? He forgot to credit the same artist. Haha. Not only did he forget to credit Bioluminescence for the karaoke stage and the microphone on one stream, on a consecutive stream, the time that he uses the asset. He's great at crediting every artist, and he accidentally fucked up, and he kept fucking up. And it just happened to be the same artist who worked really hard to support his musical career like that. That when they made the bass guitar asset and it was used on a bass guitar stream, that they weren't credited. Laylee knows more context to this story because Laylee knows who Bioluminescence is. I'll give you a hint. That was the name of the... That's my username before Cygnus. By the way, we graduated Bioluminescence's account. I know I'm going out of order in the story, but I'm just going... I'm hopping around. So after that happened in November... So in October, he didn't credit Bioluminescence for the stuff, the karaoke stuff. In November, he didn't credit that artist for the bass guitar stuff. And in December, I won't get super into the details. You said I before instead of they. Yeah, sometimes I'll... Ha ha ha. Yep, been here for a hot minute. I've witnessed 2 of your birthdays. You've been here for at least over a year. That's actually really impressive. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so a lot of people who were there for the controversy, I call it the controversy, December, the artist no longer felt sane or healthy because of like how long they've like disrespected their own boundaries about letting Ren kind of like get away with doing the whole no credit thing, even though it's legally fine. I know, according to terms of service and whatever, some bullshit. I know it's legally fine. But it still freaking hurt, and so basically we had enough courage to light his ass on Twitter and call him out, but we tried to call him out through other means, but as a small artist, he didn't see it, and so we've tried previous attempts, it didn't work, and then we finally got through to him through the Twitter channels of the magical internet. One of our posts finally gets through to him, and it blows up, right? It blows up because the secret's out. Because no one else was keeping track. The only person who was keeping track was us. Bioluminescence and Cygnus, surprise, those 2 accounts of the same person. But here's where the story gets juicy. Hey, wait, no, shut up, no. Okay, you do not fuck up the story right now. I can't believe you would just bring that up. That's so unrelated to the live. You're messing up like a really freaking beautiful story. I'm so sorry that I'm mad at you right now, but I'm very emotional right now. Nobody bring up anything unrelated to the freaking live. I'm so sorry, but... Sorry, I'm yelling at you, but like... This is seriously like life importance. Sorry, it's not me. There's like a thing in college. I know, sorry, tangent, fuck. This is important. Intent versus impact. Know the difference. Even if you never intended to, there's a, oh yeah, this is like, I'll add this to the community agreements, the classroom agreements. It's called intent versus impact. So everyone can always mean the best intent. Doesn't necessarily mean it has the same kind of impact. You could have positive intent and a negative impact. So I'm just going to point that out. That if anyone ever talks about like, oh, I didn't intend to, and you say the word sorry, that's actually okay. You're allowed to say sorry the first time. My rule in chat, though, is do not mention the word sorry, because I don't want people to feel sorry, unless you actually have to be sorry about something. But actually, you know what? You're right. You should at least say sorry for this one. I'll allow it. Normally, I don't let people say sorry, but I'll allow it because you messed up my whole freaking story. No, I'm kidding. Thanks for the life lesson. Yeah, so what I do in chat is that I call it the amnesty rule. If the first time you break a rule, it's okay because you just didn't know. But now that you know, I would like to point out that I do not accept the word sorry, except in this rare case. I do not accept the word sorry. I only accept changed behavior. So anyone can say sorry, and you can say sorry because you were sorry. But I will always welcome you back into chat, even if I was mean to you, and even if you did something done fucked up in my chat. I should actually be kind of nice. I don't want anyone's feelings to be hurt. I actually just wanted to defend my boundaries and establish that I'm the streamer in your chat, and it's very important to me that if I interact with you, I need to feel safe in my own chat, pretty much. And so I want everyone to know that you're always welcome back in chat if you learned your lesson. That's it. I'm that kind of person. Because I think anyone who messes up also deserves a chance at, like, getting better, and that I will not hold it against you. I'm only crying because, like, I'm still emotional over the other thing, so I'm going to continue with that story. I need another napkin. Okay, so where am I in the story? Frick. So yeah, so what does the Twitter post look like? So the Twitter post, the call out post essentially was Cygnus's account, which is a alt account of bioluminescence, pretends to act as a second person entirely separate from bioluminescence to speak on behalf of the voice of the artist who is forgotten, bioluminescence. So, however all the outcomes shook out, bioluminescence's art account has graduated for this whole mess, and Cygnus Sonolumen is the now currently active online persona, and is the same person as the artist who is forgotten, and Cygnus is the same person who called out Ren on him not crediting the freaking artist. Okay, for someone, there's people outside my door. I just need a second. Like, I get very, very distracted when people are outside my door. So just give me a second. So pretty much, to protect ourselves and our identity, we invented a alt account by this name on Twitter to defend on behalf of the artist who is forgotten. And this is where the story gets crazy. So after the whole post blows up, Ren does the public PR apology thing, because we set it up so that when we call him out, we're all like, all we really care about is moving past this. Like, please recognize or like rectify or like whatever. I don't want to pull out the whole post. It's very long. It's like several thousands of words long of like a call out post, and everyone's all like criticizing the artist about like, why would you call out Red Zotto? He's perfect, right? No, he could do no wrong. Anyway, no, there was like backlash after the post got big about how you shouldn't do that, take down the post, like blah 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 blah. So I felt really excommunicated, and the reason why I graduated the account is because I could feel a lot of like not feeling accepted in the community anymore as a Revader, who I would think, if you enjoy his content and my content helps support his content, why would you betray the artist like that just because you like your favorite streamer that much? If you cared about your favorite streamer, you would care about the artists that work under him, who support him and his career. So, haha, very fun. Very funny. So,
bioluminescence had to become very strong to get over that type of criticism. But pretty much, the second account, who a lot of people think is crazy for the stunt, the publicity stunt, these nuts. Uh, the publicity stunt made Cygnus look really crazy, and people were like, "Oh, it's controversial." It's pretty much controversial because they called Cygnus the parasocial. Uh, Not totally sure if that follows the storyline back. Hi, welcome back. I'm not sure if parasocial is the accurate definition. More like psychological, because pretty much what was so painful, because what happened was so painful, pretty much our mind kind of split in two. Cygnus, the artist, or no, sorry. Bioluminescence, the artist, and Cygnus, the streamer. Cygnus was pretty much the embodiment, was born out of this tragedy and the death of an artist to become pretty much the ghost. Shit, this is dumb. Okay, so the lore is that because bioluminescence is pretty much a metaphorical dead artist, Cygnus is the living embodiment of courage who is meant to haunt Red Zotto about what he freaking did. Essentially hold him responsible. I've been chasing this dude down on Twitter until I could corner him into a place where I can finally tell him off about, yes, I know we got an apology, but boy howdy, we wanted revenge. um, yeah, no, there's still more to the story. So, uh, yeah, we pretty much had like this mind break, and then so Cygnus has now taken over pretty much the online presence of bioluminescence, and they still somewhat act as like a separate entity from bioluminescence. Is set up that way because I needed to pretty much keep it a secret that this artist is like is kind of lurking around, and so people would think that the really weird, creepy tweets that Cygnus leaves around Ren Zotto's Twitter is like really creepy. Um, but if it was creepy, how come no one's like, how come Ren's not called me out on it? I have a theory, and my theory I hope is supported, and it's an assumption. So I keep operating under the assumption that all my theories are accurate. That like, oh, this is likely what's happening. Um, that I think Red Zotto might trust the fact that even though I'm acting creepy, there's a really good reason for me to keep acting creepy, and he might just keep allowing me to act creepy. Because my username on Twitter is the same username on YouTube, and he reads out my comments. I know this is like, okay, factually, he has read out my comments. Factually, he has laughed at my comments. Factually, that has led me to believe that he thinks I'm funny. Haha. If chat thinks I'm funny, we have the same um, yes, Bu Tao, Hu Tao, that's correct. Pretty much. That's the lore, though. That's Cygnus, the lore, the streamer, was born out of the tragedy of the dying artist and essentially represents like this ghost of courage. Okay, you know what? Cygnus is the ghost of courage. That's one of our titles. Let's go with that. That's actually a pretty good representation of who we are. And so, because we wanted to essentially invent a ghost that could haunt Ren Zotto, uh, the reason why I think he might trust us is because Ren is in. God, okay, he said information, and this is why I just keep guessing that this plan works out. Ren has said that he's pretty much like tsunderes, and he likes psychological horror, and he likes like stuff like ghosts. He said in a long time ago in some stream, whatever, he's always wanted to have like a ghost encounter. So this is really dumb, but I was all like, this guy kind of wants a ghost encounter. What if I invented a ghost that haunts him? That's Cygnus. He doesn't know that Cygnus is a ghost, but in my head, I'm all like, what if I explain Anyway, what if it helps me get away with this like prank that I've been pulling on him? Because like some people could probably see that like my interactions with him could like be considered harassment, but I'm just gonna operate on the assumption because he likes things like psychological horror. If I wrote Cygnus's lore and their behavior to act in the form of psychological horror, which is why people think it's creepy, but because we're making a bet that because Ren has stated that he likes psychological horror, we are thinking that we might be able to get away with our plan if we invent Cygnus, who is a character that operates like a psych horror genre. I'm not. I do enjoy psychological horror, so I think I could kind of act. Love how you think about stuff. Yeah, thank you. Uh, Cygnus can kind of act as a character. This is very important. Cygnus is a character, not a person. Cygnus is a concept. The concept is that they are written to be psychological horror and a tsundere. And we're all like, if we can make Cygnus look appealing, like by design, a character design. It was a character design challenge. I invented an OC that I think I could lure Ren into a false sense of security, into thinking that even though I seem very creepy, I think he might trust us that when we say that we have a joke that we want to tell him, he's gonna keep letting us cook. I kept leaving tweets like let me cook, let me cook, let me cook, let me cook. I pretty much was all like let me cook, let me cook, let me cook, let me cook. That it was all a big setup for the troll thing I'm gonna tell him at the convention. So now you know who bioluminescence is. Now you know who Cygnus is. And there was a stream today. Yeah, there was a stream. It was Project Sekai, but now we're in a talking stream. But I'm talking about. Okay, I'm just gonna explain it for anybody who's new here. I just woke up. So I'm telling people the story about why a meet and greet with Ren is so important to me. Because a long time ago, as an artist named Bioluminescence, something tragic happened to them. They did this stuff, and now Cygnus called out Ren. The post blew up. It was really big, and we did it by calling out a boycott. That if he can't credit Bioluminescence, that the other artists who are at risk at this point of not being credited as well should boycott. So that got a lot of attention on Twitter, and that happened on around December 10th. I want to say pretty much around December 10th. It was whatever, like the day after X Soleil debuted. So did Cygnus. Cygnus was now perceived by the world stage. Cygnus is the ghost of courage, but also horror. I don't know if that made any sense. I didn't exactly mean it that way. Oh, no. Yeah, no. I'm not even sure if I entirely mean it that way either. But I will try to keep going with the story because I need to say it all. I'm going to say it all. I'm going to say it all. So I know that my theories of this whole thing about like, oh, let me cook, and like, oh, psychological horror, and oh, like, oh, that sounds very fucking parasocial, or like whatever. It's all a guess. It's all a bet based off random information he's told us. We are risking Cygnus acting a certain way as a character that hopefully he doesn't get us in trouble, and that when we say that there's a joke, there is a joke, but the joke is him. The joke is me. I'm gonna tell him a joke, and so when he announced that he was having a meet and greet in the Weebcon in Texas, I knew that I could not guarantee getting a meet and greet in California where I live, because I'm assuming it's harder to probably get. Statistically, I took more odds. I took another bet that if I get my ass to Texas, sorry, I saw chat and it just I saw chat and it it threw me off again. Okay. Okay, yeah. So there you're still talking. Okay, so still trying to get the story out. So statistically, we were like doing some math, and we were like, okay, you know what? We might not be able to get a meet and greet in California. I feel like the odds are just too hard. That when they announced that he was coming to Texas, I was like, perfect. There's a lot less weebs in Texas. Okay, so I am most likely, if I do attend this con, I will be able to get a meet and greet ticket. Guess what, bitch? I did. It was really easy. I don't even know if it sold out. I didn't check. They probably would have announced it if like Aluna sold out. But sorry, I got distracted by chat again. I need water. I'll get some water. Um, uh, yeah, so Cygnus has like been pretty much like pretending to act creepy. Pretending it comes off as creepy, but pretending for the greater purpose of our lore story, which is actually because I'm making it exist. The compelling part about Cygnus's lore is that it's real. I am living as the OC, but the OC is the character itself is an account. I just operate the account. So like Ren Zotto is Ren Zotto. That's a character, but there's a streamer, a person behind the streaming, the live. You know, there's a person, and then there's the streamer slash character. So I kept making the defense or the case that I'm acting as a character, and I think that maybe how the character is written is going to appeal to who I think Ren Zotto's senses are, and see if I can just keep. And I kept getting away with it. I just kept writing a bunch of stuff under his Twitter, and I haven't gotten in trouble. And some people have been. I've been blocked. I have aunties. I know this. Trust me. Sorry, I saw chat. Uh, and uh, yeah, Cygnus is the embodiment of revenge and vengeance for bioluminescence. I think that's what you meant to write. Yeah, pretty much. So, pretty much, we were just doing a bunch of creepy stuff. Cygnus was written to be really creepy, and so on Twitter, we were all like, okay, I know we're being creepy, but let us cook. There's a reason, let us cook. And I pretty much kept buying myself time until I could score myself a meet and greet ticket where I could finally tell him the goddamn punchline. Why is Cygnus creepy? And so pretty much I wanted to pull a massive prank on him as a means of revenge that I got him to trust Cygnus, and for him to maybe stop. Your teeth are perfect. Stop throwing me off. Sorry I yelled at you. I don't want to yell at you, but like when I say I'm telling an important story, this is a really important story. Frick, where am I? So, pretty much, we just kept trolling him, saying, okay, we're gonna keep acting creepy, but you're gonna like it in the end. Don't say sorry. Don't say sorry. Just change behavior. I'm not sure if you were there for my whole spiel, but I do not accept the word sorry. I only accept change behavior. There we go. I'm sick of telling chat at this point. Okay, sorry. I'm not actually trying to be mean, but like, I'm in a very emotional state right now. I really shouldn't be like, acting out in aggression. I feel like that's really bad. But seriously, don't say sorry. Just get better. Okay? Intent versus impact. Whatever. Okay? It's throwing off my live. It's throwing off my story. It's in the VOD now. And so the prank was we're gonna keep acting creepy, but you're gonna like it in the end. That's the gist of it. but pretty much I was just luring. I think I am. I'm not sure if this is actually true, but Cygnus is the intent of Cygnus is that we keep acting creepy like psych horror because it's gonna mess with Ren's brain. But like, I know you shouldn't normally do that with any other streamer, but we're making a bet that we can get away with this because of the he has stated that he likes psych horror, and so I wanted to act creepy even to the point that I self-described Cygnus as like a ghost. That to my lore, I am the ghost of vengeance and revenge of a dead artist that Ren Zotto killed, and I'm the ghost that's haunting him, and we will eventually get our revenge. Even though he's already given us an apology, we wanted to tell him a D's nuts. Because if we could track his ass down and corner him and tell him a D's nuts, to me, that's going to humiliate him so much for getting him to trust Cygnus, and then for him to realize Cygnus was a lie the entire time. They were not two people. Bioluminescence and Cygnus were the same person the entire time. I wonder if he's going to feel betrayed, but that was the point. That was the feeling I was going for, is that I pulled a rug out from under him. He realizes, boom, they were the same person the entire time. And guess what? Cygnus, bioluminescence is Cygnus. Bioluminescence has always been Cygnus. Cygnus dick in his fucking ass. My name is a punchline. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why my name is Cygnus, is because bioluminescence a long time ago conceived. Hi, dropout. This is the lore. Bioluminescence, out of wanting revenge, invented a fake character named Cygnus as a means of trolling Ren on Twitter. They trolled Ren on Twitter as a psychological horror tsundere, so that when they finally, yeah, I know the lore just dropped, when they finally track his ass down and corner him into a meet and greet, they're gonna explain that bioluminescence has been Cygnus the entire time. Cygnus dick in his ass. Because I know them, and I know they didn't break a rule. I don't like people who just bring up things unrelated to the live. That's pretty much the thing. It's not about commenting, it's about that you didn't know what the rules are, but like, I was in the middle of telling a story. I got aggravated because like, I know you maybe you're new and you didn't know the rules, but I've explained the rules now, and I just like, I don't like getting distracted by topics that are outside of what I'm talking about. So when people are talking about more like, oh yeah, like we support you, that's the stuff I want to hear. But like, stuff about like just the unrelated shit, because okay, yeah, like apologizing doesn't fix the past. It really just numbs the wound, if that makes any sense. Intense Cygnus lore. I see. I will change my hate. Thank you. The dropout is a devoted watcher, even if I'm only here for 2 minutes. Thank you. But yeah. So how did I troll myself into becoming a streamer? So pretty much, I somehow along the way. Okay, this is gonna be a weird tree fork story. Cygnus is a streamer. So basically, I changed all of some of my account stuff. So TikTok, if you dig really hard, you could still see like my watermarks on my art. This is Bioluminescence's old TikTok account that I just gave a new name, and then I started streaming because I had the capability of streaming on here. And then so I got really sucked into Project Sekai, and then I realized I started playing. They gave us screen sharing, and then so I was like, oh shit, I can play Project Sekai streaming. And then I realized that when I got into streaming, that one, people found me funny, and two, that grinding the game got faster if I had a chat. So if I built up a dedicated audience to help me play Project Sekai, I was really happy with that. But then I realized everyone kept telling me that I was like really good at being a streamer, and that kind of scared me with that really powerful piece of information, because I've just been like dawdling in my head all like about the future, about the past, and about like, oh, what's my career move. I have had a lot of people tell me like, "Hey, are you a streamer? You seem like blah blah blah," or like they're all like, "Oh, you like we like you. You're the only person who we stay around to watch, or like we want you to stream more, or like I would never miss your stream, or like all that stuff and stuff." We hit like 200 watchers on the Polling Gacha stream. Uh, what is Cygnus is? Okay, so more lore. So Cygnus is a constellation, and there's a whole name derivation of blah 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 blah. But basically, swans are very important to us, and Cygnus is the swan constellation, and we wanted to be like a content creator and a streamer where our name Cygnus was based off something celestial and something swan, so I went with Cygnus, okay? And then Sonolumen means the combination of sound and light, and it's short for, I won't go through everything, but it's short for sonoluminescence, which is like a scientific phenomenon that I really appreciate. Shoot, should I just explain all of it? Shit. Okay, you know what? But I knew that Cygnus also sounded like a D's nuts, and if I named my my streamer persona as a D's nuts, I was going to fool everybody because no one was gonna know that it was a D's nuts, and whenever I needed to pull it out, I would just like Cygnus stick in your ass. I think that's so funny. No one expects it from me to get D's nuts, and no one expects it to be my name. That's how much of an online troll I am. It's that bad. Anyway, let's go through the more important part. Sonolumen, my last name. That's so well thought out. No, it's very. This is how psychological it gets. Haha. This was a very well thought out fucking prank. I invented the OC Cygnus Sonolumen based off a pun and very creative naming schemes. How long did it take you to think of? 2 months. I figured it out in 2 months. So between October and December, with the shit that happened that I explained earlier, it took us 2 months to set everything up, and then on December 10th-ish, I don't remember the date exactly. That would be... Why would I remember the date of something? So, anyway, so I set up the prank, like the first domino or some shit, and I basically debuted Cygnus. Cygnus was never intended to debut. It was an OC, but because I already had the OC, it was very convenient. Like, I already had the drawing, and then I had to figure out all the lore and the name and the stuff. And then so I already conveniently had an alt account that I was like, oh, if I ever become a streamer or like content, pretty much it was a streamer. They were set up to be like, oh, in the future they're going to be a streamer, but I was not ready to debut this character, and then I just kind of like took the chance. I took the leap of faith to become a streamer and debut Cygnus Sonolumen onto the world stage of Twitter for being the person who called out Zotto for a fucky thing that he did to an artist, and that artist is me, and Cygnus is just someone created I trolled myself into accidentally becoming a streamer and realized I was actually good at becoming a streamer, and I'm still following through with the plan, and now I have an audience to tell you my lore of how did Cygnus the streamer become to be, and it was because of that shit. No, that's very offensive. You know what? Bleep that out. Bleep. If I post this, I need to bleep that out. Like, Cygnus, like, is the living embodiment of the dead artist bioluminescence. I really can't spell it. Yeah, pretty much. From like a game or a show. No, it's a constellation. You know what? Don't ask too many questions. I'm explaining it to you right now. You can ask. That's my thing. You should probably wait to ask questions when I allow you to ask questions. I don't like being like interviewed in the middle of my whole thing. I'm still eating, by the way. I'm hungry. Please eat a sip of... Did I just say please eat a sip of water? Yeah, it's a lot to go through. You know what? Okay, don't ask any questions. I'm just going to keep explaining, and then I'm going to take the VOD. I'm going to upload the whole freaking VOD to YouTube, but only after. You know what? If I successfully pull it off, I'll post the VOD. The VOD gets posted if I successfully pull it off. If chat sees my YouTube and sees I uploaded this VOD to YouTube, then you know I did it.
You know I did it. Okay? You got this. Where am I? Oh, the naming. Okay, so Sonolumen. Like, what does it mean? Sound and light. Sonoluminescence. Okay, so sonoluminescence is a scientific phenomenon where if you take a pressurized, like, a volume of air and submerge it underwater and pressurize it, if you compress it enough, it will expand and burst into a source of, like, it will emit light. I think that's a very cool phenomenon, and I think it's very symbolic of who I am. So that's why I took it as my last name, for this, like, meaningful character to me, but also a troll. That I think it's sort of like having your last breath of air and you're drowning in water, and that all of these things in your environment that you're enclosed in are just pressurizing you until you burst into a source of light. So I've taken all of my pain and suffering and the chaotic environment that I'm in. Who I am as a streamer is because I wanted to take all this built up pressure of all the suffering that I've gone through and become a source of light for others. And that was the streamer I wanted to present myself as a character. So Cygnus has become that source of light. Yeah, and so, like, I'm like a constellation. You can look up at the sky and see the constellation Cygnus if you're able to. I'm not sure if you can, but, like, that's the concept. Cygnus is like a star. They blah 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 and blah blah blah. Oh, by the way, our birthday. Oh, I am Cygnus. Don't you see my freaking account name? It's right there, Cygnus Sonolumen. Please. 5 years, we're gonna see Cygnus explaining this on, like, someone's interview show. Please, please. I don't want to get into some more VTuber drama. Anyway. Wait, no, I said please stop asking too many questions. I know that chat is answering each other, but, like, I just let me have this and then I'll open the floor to questions and then I'll answer questions. Okay, but I want to make sure I get all of my shit out first. Important. I want to get all my shit out first. Let's talk about my birthday. Cygnus Sonolumen's birthday is on August 17th. This is how well thought out my lore is. I even came up with a birthday, and during August 17th is around the time of year where there's a meteor shower over my constellation Cygnus. So on my birthday, if you go outside, if you're extremely lucky, you can wish on a shooting star. Isn't that freaking cool? This prank is so freaking in depth. Hi, I'm Cygnus Sonolumen. I am the 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 ghost of a dead artist bioluminescence who's haunting Ren Zotto, and no one would ever think. Because I am this psychological and calculating to have come up with all of this, and then I accidentally pranked myself into realizing that I have the potential, apparently, to become a really good streamer. Literally so well thought out. Like, now I don't know if I want to graduate this account because I've made so many memories with chat. Oh, and by the way, like, if I ever do graduate this account, it's because maybe I applied to a company and maybe I become a part of some sort of entertainment company as a streamer. I don't know, and I can't necessarily guarantee that, but I will give it at least one shot. I will apply at least once. I want to see, because I've had people in my chat say such nice things about me as a streamer and say that, like, you're the type of streamer that, we want to see. I have such a loving and supportive community. I can't believe
chat wanted to have a nickname. That blew my freaking mind. He wanted to have a fan name, a fandom, so that I did. And then chat kept giving me all these ideas as a streamer. And then I grew into becoming like a fairly responsible streamer, and then I grew as myself. Yeah. So in different ways, how have I gotten better? I've Hey, bye, see you later if you gotta go. Good night. Uh, we got the best Project Sekai chat on TikTok. Honestly, yeah, y'all are popping off. Y'all are really cool. No, honestly, like Project Sekai is really fun because I get to play with chat. Honestly, that has made the entire experience for me as a streamer. Is like being able to play Project Sekai with my chat and having you enjoy the game with me. I'm this emotional. Different ways that we challenged ourselves. Not only, having a schedule and posting and publicizing our schedule, stuff like that. I've also become a better artist by like posting more stuff and getting better at like expressing truly myself as an artist. I've gotten better at clipping. I've gotten better at video editing. If you need a break, it's okay. Yeah. I know it's getting late for some people, but I'm still gonna be live because I need to get everything into one VOD. I've developed myself a lot as a person and as a content creator, and I've apparently been really influential to a lot of people's lives in chat. And I've also gotten to see like members of chat bring their friends to my streams. That is an incredible honor. That you think like I'm funny enough to like you bring your friends. I'll watch the VOD because my phone is. Oh, your pho is ready. See you later. Um, yeah. Thank you for coming by and see you later. I hope the pho tastes really good. I'm not sure what else there might be for me to explain, but chat has told me so many things about me, made me more confident as a person, made me more confident as a streamer. I don't know, but I'm still listening. Yeah. And it's given me like a weird sense of purpose in my life to like track his ass down. But anyway, I make like Ren centric content as Cygnus because it like uh I think my influence on the Red Vaders community has been one that is for the most part to a different like like there are Red Vaders who know Cygnus, and I know for a fact that they really appreciate me online, and so I want to continue being that source of positivity and inspiration, or like just being a cool person around the Red Vaders as Cygnus. But one day, I'm so sorry, the secret is gonna come out. Cygnus has been a lie, a joke, a 4-month setup. It was going to take. I bought myself a year, asking myself, "Hey, let me cook this for at least a year." And turns out it didn't take a year for him to get to a convention in America. It only took him 4 months after what happened. So it came sooner than expected, and I I've just like from then, like 4 months ago is when Cygnus became more active as a content creator, and across those 4 months in our career, I think we've achieved some incredible things. And to finally top it all off, to finally finish off the lore, at the meet and greet with Ren, we're finally gonna get our revenge. We're the ghost of revenge. We're the dead artist that Ren Zotto metaphorically killed online. And I'm so thankful for this opportunity. I know it's one of those things where it's all like, again, I wanted to take something very negative that happened into my life and to develop myself in the form of my lore. And I think I've also successfully achieved becoming the source of other people's light out of my own tragedy. Like, I know all of this seems really shitty, but I think I turned it into like the best possible outcome. And I've put in a lot of work and thought into this. And just as who I am as a person, I cannot let what happened go unnoticed. So, I'm so glad that I have chat for me to unload all of this onto. Now you know. Now at least chat knows. And Ren is soon going to know if I get through to telling him. And I do not want to disappoint chat. I want to be the same person that you perceive in your head as the person who is confident in being themselves. And you know who I am? I'm an internet troll who wants revenge because your apology wasn't good enough, Ren Zotto. You fucked with the wrong person. You fucked with me. And I'm, honestly, I think, an incredible designer. And in a way, a really cool content creator that I know that the stuff that I put out, people enjoy. They talk about how they like my Mario Kart videos when I screw over Ren Zotto or Ren Zotto screws over me. Like, please, that's really funny. I That is so precious to me. Those moments. Oh, if you don't know this, Red has had a few Mario Kart streams where he plays with like viewers. I've gotten into those streams. I recorded myself. I compiled some footage together, POV to POV, of like me playing Mario Kart with my favorite streamer. That has been so precious to me as a person and as a streamer too. Or making the content around Red centric stuff is important to me as a streamer, but getting to be able to play just a Nintendo game with Nintendo Prince Boy himself, that, just me as a person, that has been one of the most special things in my life. Jesus. Ever since the day he debuted, I've always wanted to play Mario Kart with him. That's so stupid. And I was somehow able to make that happen, and I was also able to make content around that. I thought that was really freaking cool. Oh, who is Ren? Ren Zotto is the alien prince from Niji Sanji's Sixth Wave Illuna. He is a VTuber for an entertainment company. He likes to play Nintendo games and play music, and he wants to take over the world with his sound. I want people like Ren Zotto to have a very positive influence on the people of our next generation. He's been a positive influence on me in a very weird, twisted way. And he is my favorite streamer. Okay. I think that might be... Oh, that's very nice. Yeah. I have returned. Oh, hey, you've returned. I think I'm probably gonna end the life here, actually. So I think I got, I guess, like all of the footage I needed. Thank you. So before anything else gets too complicated. Wait, I have a question. Okay, yeah. Open the floor to questions. Opening the floor to questions. Oh, thank you, Takaradachi. Okay, wait. Takaradachi, I know that you were like one of my very early followers. I do want to appreciate you a lot. You told me something very important very early on in my career where you said you think I should be a streamer for DJ Sanji. That has been a huge source of like a huge source of inspiration, motivation. That has been a huge source of motivation for me as a streamer. I'm like, holy shit, wait, could I actually do this? Like, people of DG Sanji fans think that uh like Cygnus Sonolumen is like good enough streamer as uh like is a good enough streamer to possibly debut for DG Sanji, and I was like, oh no, Tucker Dachi is like putting ideas into my head, and that's very dangerous. When I start having ideas and when I start calculating, like, is it possible? And it's a non-zero chance, and Blue Lock has freaking told me that like you could score a World Cup goal if you like can calculate all of the positions of everything and track down where the goal is and be exactly where you need to be to score your goal. Uh, I'm not sure where. I'm not sure if I finished that sentence correctly, but I'm gonna keep reading the questions. Okay, is your profile picture the character Cygnus, or is it just a drawing you drew? Both. I drew my own profile picture. The end. Is Cygnus like an alter ego? Like, are you not you, but you yourself in Cygnus? They're sort of like. They only exist theoretically online. Like me, I'm the person, but who you see is Cygnus. And when you see like my account Cygnus interacting online, that is a character. I specifically like choose what I say to fit a persona. A persona I think I could play off well, by the way. So if you've ever been entertained by Cygnus, it's by design. I'm acting and I fool around with chat. I'm still being myself, and who me as a person acts like this, but like I get to do it through a name. That is a character. I think that makes sense. Not sure if alter is necessarily the correct word, but like whatever. I do really think you're a really good streamer. I would love to see you in Niji Sanji one day. Thank you. I think that is where I got confused, and now I understand. So thank you. It is your online character, right? Yeah, pretty much. It is my online character. I isekai'd myself into being a streamer. Me and my friends joke about how I wrote the light novel. That this is like my light novel. Cygnus has a light novel. I like gave it a fake title. I probably wrote it down somewhere. I don't know. Okay, if for people who are on YouTube and you're watching the VOD, I wonder how many people were there from the beginning of hashtag Cygnus staged. There was a whole hashtag and everything on Twitter. I don't want people to check it. I mean, you can check it. It's there as a record. Not everything is posted to that hashtag. If I was still courageous enough, I would still keep updating that hashtag. But I think people have just been with me for along the ride. I mostly just kind of like the updates now are just my timeline. Your lives make me feel comfortable and able to talk about something I like. They make me so happy. Thank you. I definitely know chat genuinely appreciates me and definitely genuinely appreciates like your time here with me. That's why I keep streaming. It's because everyone is so nice. Okay, is that all of the questions that everybody has? I'm gonna be heading off, everybody. So, good night, and see you later after I get back from the convention. Big hug. We love you, and I love you platonically.